Hello, welcome to the Junior AP Language and Composition remote open house video. And I'm Wesley. I'm the instructor for your son or daughter in this course. And I'm going to show you a Google Slides presentation that will help provide an overview of what to expect in the course. So give me just a moment. I'm going to share a screen. And good luck. We won't crash Zoom or be Zoom bombed. All right, move this down a little bit. And my email, Wesley, so www.sleY@lths.net, is there on that first screen. And it's the best way to reach me. I'll give you a little bit of background on myself. Undergraduate schooling at St. Norbert College, and I attended Northwestern University for my graduate school work. About 20 years of teaching English, maybe 21. I'm losing track, but it's close to that. And for 14 or 15 years, I've been teaching AP courses, taught both senior AP and junior AP. Married and have two lovely daughters. Fun fact, sort of, prior to teaching, I was working in the environmental field for about a decade and doing work primarily consulting for U.S. Environmental Protection Agency in areas related to industrial and military site investigation and cleanup. So did a lot of writing actually while I was in that career, and now I read other people's writing, and it's much more interesting than reading what I used to write. Trust me. So the overview of the course, it's really a combination of American literature and the study of rhetoric, and especially speaking to the latter one, that's what helps prepare students for the AP Language and Composition exam. Our major units in the course, we typically start out with an intro to rhetoric, which I tend to, at least the last couple of years, to combine with John Krakauer's Into the Wild. From there, we move on to a study of transcendentalist writers, which I forgot to put on my slide. No offense to Emerson, Thoreau, or Whitman, but we spend some time reading some of their more important works, excerpts from them, and then move into the awakening. And we generally pull transcendentalism and the awakening together through a research project where students identify somebody outside of literary circles who would probably meet some of the, we could say, criteria of a transcendentalist thinker, somebody who transcends the boundaries of their culture, their society. In the second semester, we start with the powerful and very important book, Beloved, which of course looks at slavery and helps us consider the legacy of slavery in the United States. And obviously, a book that's as important as ever. Wonderful book. The next book we read is The Great Gatsby. Also still speaks to students today, and they love it, and it helps them to wrestle with questions about America, just as all of these works do. And finally, we read The Things They Carried, which mixes, I guess, fiction and nonfiction, and is also a great lead-in to our advanced placement exam, our AP exam prep unit. And we just make sure that students, in addition to the strong basis they have now in terms of rhetorical awareness, that they're familiar with the structure of the exam and feel very comfortable with it. So that's, in a nutshell, the major units of our course. A little bit about how to find information in this online environment. If students need to meet with me. We do it obviously over Zoom, and I'm typically available in early morning and right after school. They can contact me through the Zoom link that we use for this class if we arrange a time prior to that. So they can just contact me. We'll figure that out. Daily lesson plans, as well as the Zoom link, and the weekly calendars are available on the campus homepage. All of our assignments for the course are there as well. In terms of grades, we have formative and summative assignments, as many of you know by now. Formatives are essentially practice or ways of monitoring progress. Summatives are what actually count towards the grade for the semester. And while I will record some of the formatives in Infinite Campus, it may show up as somewhere between a 1 and a 4, or turned in or not turned in. Just keep in mind that those formatives are not calculated into the grade and they in no way affect it. So in terms of our categories, and none of these are weighted, but they are writing, reading and rhetoric, and also speaking and listening and metacognition. The bulk of the points for a semester come in from the writing category, and typically 200 to 300 points, reading and rhetoric up to 100 points, speaking and listening, and metacognition also up to about 100 points. Standard LT grading scale. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Obviously, point totals could vary, but that's a good approximation. And that pretty much does it for our presentation. Please feel free to contact me, and hope you enjoy the rest of all of the videos. Try to stop this thing like that. It takes a few seconds. So thank you very much.